Ever wondered what life was like in the Middle Ages? Oh, when knights and castles reigned supreme and the course of human history was forever altered. This era, shrouded in the mists of time, is brimming with fascinating mysteries and captivating tales. From the everyday lives of peasants to the grand courts of kings, the Middle Ages was a period like no other. Welcome to Masterminds. So fasten your seatbelts, history buffs, as we delve into the heart of this extraordinary epic. Prepare to have your mind blown by these 15 unbelievable facts about the Middle Ages. Welcome to Masterminds. Today we're journeying back to the Middle Ages, exploring knights, castles, culture, and more. Through wars, kingdoms, daily life, cuisine, and science will this intriguing era. Are you ready? Let's get started. Fact number 1, did you know that the Middle Ages, also known as the medieval period, spanned over 1,000 years? From the fall of the Western Roman Empire in the 5th century to the beginning of the Renaissance in the late 15th century, this era was a time of great transformation. Moving on to fact number 2, contrary to popular belief, the Middle Ages were not a dark age of ignorance. In fact, it was a time of significant intellectual activity, with the establishment of universities and advancements in philosophy, arts, and sciences. Fact number 3, you might be surprised to know that the concept of chivalry, knights and their codes of honor, was not just romantic fiction, but a deeply ingrained part of medieval society. For fact number 4, let's talk about food. Medieval cuisine was more varied and sophisticated than we often imagine, with spices from the East adding exotic flavors to European dishes. Finally, fact number 5, the Middle Ages saw the birth of the modern legal system, including trial by jury. But that's not all, there's more to discover. Moving on to fact number 6, did you know during the Middle Ages, animals could be put on trial for their misdeeds? Yes, indeed. From rats to pigs, they could face the same legal proceedings as humans. Seventhly, the Middle Ages were not as uniformly dark and dirty as popular culture often depicts. Bathhouses were common in towns and cleanliness was considered a virtue. Fact number 8, knights didn't just gallantly ride into battle, they also had to follow a code of conduct known as chivalry. This code included virtues like loyalty, honor, and protecting the weak. Our 9th fact is that the concept of childhood didn't exist in the Middle Ages. Children were seen as small adults who could work and were expected to behave as such. Lastly, for this section, the 10th fact, the Middle Ages witnessed an explosion of new universities. Higher education was not just for the elite, but also for those who sought knowledge. Amazing, isn't it? But hold on, we still have more facts to unveil. Now for our final set of facts, starting with fact number 11. Did you know that the Middle Ages saw the rise of universities? Yes, institutions like the University of Bologna and the University of Paris were established, becoming the bedrock of higher education as we know it today. Moving on to fact 12, it's about the Magna Carta. This significant document, signed in 1215, set the precedent for constitutional law, paving the way for the democratic systems we enjoy today. Fact 13, the Middle Ages also saw significant advancements in technology. The heavy plow, the water wheel, and even eyeglasses were all products of this era. Fact 14, the Middle Ages saw the birth of the concept of chivalry. Knights were not just warriors, they were expected to uphold moral codes, conduct, and etiquette. Finally, fact 15, contrary to popular belief, the Middle Ages were not a time of constant warfare. There were periods of relative peace and prosperity. There you have it, 15 unbelievable facts about the Middle Ages. That was quite a journey, wasn't it? We've trekked through the intriguing Middle Ages, uncovering 15 unbelievable facts. From the unexpected luxuries of bathing routines to the surprising reality of medieval cuisine. We've explored the complexities of knightly etiquette, the ingenuity of castle construction, and the unexpected sophistication of medical practices. The Middle Ages, it turns out, were not so dark after all. Thank you for joining us on this fascinating exploration of the Middle Ages. Until next time, keep satisfying your curiosity and never stop learning.